welcome to Mindful Movement Meditation. My name is Julie and we are here to give you something to do while you're in your apartment socially distancing. Normally I would have a mask on, but I'm here all by myself, so I'm okay. It helps me to project well enough so you can hear me. So this is a session that has been designed to introduce to you the mind-body-spirit connection. Completely an introductory experience, and I hope you enjoy it. So we always begin with doing rudimentary exercises. So we'll start by loosening up our ankles and wrapping our foot in one direction. And then go back the other way. And then you can point your toe and extend your heel. Point, extend, point, extend, point, and extend. And hold it there for a few moments, trying to really feel the back of your knee. And then put that foot down, and we'll do the other foot. Wrapping your ankle or your foot in one direction, loosening up your ankle, and then go back the other way. And then point your toe and extend your heel. Point, extend, point, extend, point, and extend, and hold it there for a few moments, feeling the back of your knee really good. And we'll put that foot down. And now let's go up on our toes and back on our heels. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, and heels. And now we're going to bring our shoulders up to our ears, stretching them up, and then shoulders down, pulling them down, shoulders up and down, up, down, up, and down. And now let's roll your shoulders back. Big rolls. And then roll them forward. And now we're going to lean our ear over to our shoulder, stretching out our side of our neck. And take a nice deep inhale and a long exhale. And then let's lean our ear to the other shoulder. Again, breathing in deep and exhaling long. And then bring your head up. And now look over your shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in and a long exhale out. And look back the other way. Again, breathe in deep and exhale long. And bring your head back to the forward. Now we're going to drop our chin to our chest, stretching out the back of our neck a little bit more. And then come up. And now we're going to push our shoulder blades together and back. And then I want you to give yourself a hug. Deep hug, and breathe into that stretch between your shoulder blades and breathe out. And then again, give your shoulders blades, put them together into the back, and then this time put the other arm on top when you give yourself a hug. Breathe into your stretch and breathe out. And then put our arms down. And now we're going to lean forward to stretch out the lower part of our backs and let your head fall forward. And when you come up, I want you to think about and imagine stacking each vertebrae one at a time, starting from the bottom. Slowly roll up your spine, one vertebrae at a time, until you're in an upright position. And I want you to try to sit up as tall as straight as you possibly can. Push down through the bottom of your feet. Engage your core stomach muscles and lift your spine and sit up as tall as straight as possible. You might even want to keep your chin tucked in a little bit to straighten your spine as straight as it can be. Imagine there's a string attached to the top of your head, lifting your spine. And then relax. And now we're going to put our hands to the sides of the chair and we're going to lean sideways. Just lean as far as you can and bring your arm up over your head. We're stretching out your side. Just go as far as you feel like. You can go all the way down to the floor, but just go whatever's comfortable for you. And then you're going to go back and do the same thing on the other side. And then come back. And now you're going to take your hand over your lap. Hold on to the arm of the chair if you're sitting in an armchair, or just hold on to your thigh. And take this other hand and put it behind your chair. Use the back of your chair for leverage to lift your spine, twist, and look behind you. And sitting up tall and straight. Twist. Just go as far as you feel like, don't overdo it, and then we're going to do the other side. Lift your spine, twist, and look behind you. And then we'll come back forward. And now we're going to extend our arms out in front of us, and I want you to put your palms up, palms down, and then drop your thumbs so your palms face out to the sides. You should feel this in your elbows. Palms up, palms down, and out to the side. Palms up, palms down, out to the side. One more time, palms up, palms down, and then out to the side. And now let's open up our fingers and stretch our fingers as wide as we can make them stretch. And then make a fist. Stretch, fist, stretch, fist, stretch, and fist. And now we'll do this dexterity thing where we're touching each finger to our thumb. Do it once or twice, however many times you feel like. And then we're going to loosen up our fingers a little bit more, like pretending we're typing or playing the piano. And then with your elbows kind of locked to your sides, I want you to do windshield wipers with your wrists. We're loosening up our wrists now, just moving your wrist back and forth. That's right. And then flaps up and down. And then we'll do circles with our wrist. Circle back the other way. And then just shake everything out. All right, so that was a warm-up of loosening up all of our joints, telling our body that we're doing something with our body and waking it up. And we're going to sit here for a few minutes and we're going to talk about breathing. Breathing is something you don't have to think about. But when you apply your thoughts to it and try to control your breath, you are bringing mindfulness into the moment. And in order to do that, I want you to breathe in through your nose and out your mouth. It's not 100% necessary to only breathe in your nose and out your mouth. But we do that to create a differentiation between the inhale and the exhale. So let's practice that together. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time. Breathe in through your nose and out your mouth. Okay, I'm going to ask you to breathe in over the course of 4 counts. That means I want you to breathe in a little bit of air over the course of 4 counts. Breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, and then breathing out, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. So let's breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in and out. And now when we're doing these breaths, I want you to think about doing deep belly breaths. We don't actually breathe air into our bellies, but when we do breathe into the lower part of our lungs, our bellies naturally expand. So put your hands on your belly and breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, feel your belly rise, and breathe out and let your belly deflate. It's important to breathe into the lower part of your lungs because when you do that, you maximize your lung capacity. And when you maximize your lung capacity, you are bringing in as much air as you possibly can, and this air is a great food source for your blood and for your brain. So let's practice this a few more minutes. Breathing in deep, exhaling long. Breathing in deep and exhaling long. One more time. Breathe in deep and exhale long. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to stand up and we're going to match movement to our breath. Just like you're breathing in slowly over the course of 4 or 5 counts, I want you to move your body slowly over the course of 4 or 5 counts. We're letting our breath dictate our movement. Now I could sit here and I could talk and I could move like this really quick and not have to think too much about it. But when you move really slowly like this, you have to think about it. This is the mindfulness. Moving slowly and controlling your breath takes your awareness and your concentration in order to move your body and your breath slowly. This is where the mindfulness comes in. So I'm going to stand up now, and I want you to move behind your chair to have something to hold on to if you need to for balance. And we're just going to continue our breathing. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Very good. Now we're going to add our arms and we're going to let them float up to the front as we breathe in, and then collapse into our chest as we breathe out. Breathe in and awaken your hands, and then let your hands and arms slowly float down to the sides as you breathe out. This is a grounding movement. Breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. Again. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, so now we should feel nice and grounded. And I want you to now we're just going to twist and let the centrifugal force of our arms dictate our arm movement. And if you can cross your line in front, that's ideal, because every time you cross your front middle line, you are firing a cross-lateral movement in your brain, which is good for your right brain, left brain. All right, and then we're just going to kind of swing our arms a little bit back and forth, relaxing them. We're loosening up our rotator cuffs here. Just move your arms. Be careful not to hit the back of the chair. And now let's wake up our chi by hitting ourselves right here in the small of our shoulder. The qi is a word that's used is a Chinese word used to describe the energy of your body. In Chinese, the word qi has hundreds of different meanings, but in this case, it's talking about the energy that runs through the meridians of your body, which is the highway for the energy. And in this part of your body, this shoulder area, is the main intersection for that highway. And now we're going to massage our sternums. Nice, big, long massages on our sternum, up and down. And then I want you to massage your arm between your shoulder and your elbow, like you're in the shower. And then on the other side, rubbing this arm. What we do to one side, we always do to the other. And then using this part of our hand, I want you to massage your waist. Stroking from the back forward, in between the bottom of your rib cage and the top crest of your pelvic bone. Stroke from back to front, massaging your waist. And now we're going to use our knuckles to massage our backside. With our hands on our hip, stroke right back to your tailbone, across your sacrum area. And then, using our fingertips, we're going to massage the sides of our legs between our hip joint and our knee joint. If you go slightly back, you can catch the sciatic nerve area and you'll be able to feel that. Nice, vigorous massages on your legs. Okay, now that we're nice and woke up and stimulated, we've stimulated all the meridians of our system. The next activity we're going to do, the movement we're going to do, is the air element, an adaptive Tai Chi movement. And if you start with your feet the width of your hips and your shoulders, and your toes are pointing straight forward, I want you to step out slightly with your left foot. You'd be going in the opposite direction of me. And we're going to shift our weight onto the front foot. And when all of your weight's forward, your heel can come up and back. And then we're going to shift our weight back on the back foot, and your toe could come up in front. So when we shift forward, our heel comes up, and then we shift back, and our toe comes up. And when we're forward, we're going to breathe in, and then when we shift back, we're going to breathe out. So we're going to shift forward and breathe in, and shift back and breathe out. Breathe in and out. And now we're going to add our arms. Like you're a bird flying, they're going to float up to the side slowly, keeping your hands below your shoulder, and then shift back and let the arms come down. So we're forward and breathing in, shifting back and breathing out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One more time. Shift forward and breathe in, and shift back and breathe out. And now step back and breathe in, and then let your arms float down to the sides as you breathe out. Now if you're sitting down, you don't have to stand up and do this. We're going to step out now with our right foot. You can do this sitting down just as easily. You just aren't shifting your weight. You're just moving your arms. We're going to shift forward and breathe in. Shift back and breathe out. Breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in and out. Step back and breathe in, and then let your arms slowly float down to the sides as you breathe out. Slow, slow movements. And this time we're going to do the water element. We're going to step out with our left foot again. And when we shift forward, we're going to extend our hands out in front, and then we're going to pull back as we shift back. I want you to think about being the ocean, and you're moving out onto the shore like a wave, gathering those shells and then bringing them back into the ocean. As you reach forward, we're breathing in, gathering the shells. As we move back, we're breathing out. Breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in and out. Step back and breathe in, and then let your arms slowly float down to the sides as you breathe out. Step out with the right, reach and breathe in, and then come back. You're not really moving your waist, you're just shifting your weight forward and then shifting it back. That's the front and back movement. Breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in, gather the shells and bring it back. Step back and breathe in, and then let your arms slowly float down to the sides as you breathe out. Okay, so now we've been grounded, a bird in flight, the air element, and we've been a wave against the shore, the water element. We're going to do sun salutations for the fire element. So again, you stand with your feet the width of your hips and shoulders, and your toes are pointing straight forward. And we're going to dip and gather the energy in the room, and then we're going to bring it down into our hearts. As you gather, you're breathing in, and then when you push it into your hearts, you breathe out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. And now let's hold it here for a few moments. And I want you to think about that energy you just pushed into your heart. Visualize it as a light wrapping around your heart, and then moving down into your torso and wrapping around all of the internal organs of your torso. And then move that light energy down into your hips and down your thighs and your hamstrings. Visualize it wrapping around your knees, moving it down your shins and your calves and wrapping around your ankles. And then visualize this light moving out across all the little bones of your feet. And feel the bottom of your feet touching the inner soles of your shoes or the floor if you are barefoot. And now let's drink that energy back up into our legs, moving it around your knees and up your thighs and your hamstrings, wrapping around your hip area, and then moving back into your torso, wrapping around all of the little, all of your organs of your interior torso. And now move that light energy out into your shoulders, and then down each arm, and around your elbows, and then up your forearms. See the light energy moving across your hands. Visualize it moving back into your arms and up into your shoulders again. Feel this energy moving across the back of your shoulders, and then see it moving up into your neck and into your head, wrapping around your brain, filling all the folds and the crevices on the right side of the brain and on the left, and in the front and in the back. And now move that light energy down in between the right and left hemispheres of your brain, down to the center part of your brain. And where your brain stem connects to your spine, move that light down your spine, one vertebrae at a time, all the way down to your tailbone, and back up again and into your heart. And take a nice deep inhale and a long exhale. And as you exhale, think about releasing and letting go of all the stress you may have collected along the way. And now we're going to open up our arms and our hands, and we're going to let that light stream from our hearts into the world around us. And if you want to visualize special people, do so, and visualize this light connecting you to them in some way. And now let's bring that energy together and hold it like you're holding a big ball in front of your belly. You've got a ball full of energy in your front of your belly you're holding. And we're going to let that ball expand and then deflate. And when it expands, breathe in. And when it deflates, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. And now turn your ball over so you're holding it with one hand on the bottom and you have it with one hand on top. With the hand that's on top, in the direction that that elbow points, I want you to turn. And then turn your ball over and turn back the other way. Turn your ball over and turn back. Turn your ball over, turn back. One more time. Turn your ball over and turn back. And now we're just going to drop the ball and we're just going to paint the air with the palms of our hands, smoothing out what's all around us, taking note of how much space your body is taking up on the planet. Smooth out what's above and what's below and what's all around you. And then bring your elbows down to the sides of your, and I want you to try to feel the energy and the gravity pull the palms of your hands. Take a moment and connect to the gravity of the earth. And be grateful that the gravity is here to hold us into place. And on this Earth Day, let's be grateful that she has the air, the water, and the fire to support our life. Thank you. And with that, we can sit back down. Namaste.